What's going on, guys? Carlos here. There was another official announcement sent from Freeway to its users. In this video, I'm going to read the announcement. I'm going to try to interpret the announcement, and I'm going to ask follow-up questions based on this announcement. And in the end, I'm going to vent a little bit because I am being attacked for having slightly different opinions than some team members and users of the Freeway platform who still seem to trust the Freeway team blindly. Without further ado, guys, let's get started. As a Freeway global user, we're pleased to share some more hopeful news with you. We know the Freeway community was as shocked as we were to discover the proprietary trading system which Freeway uses for its corporate growth had experienced an algorithmic malfunction isolated to our crypto-based margin accounts. Guys, in every AMA, Graham kept saying that Freeway was not dependent and reliant on crypto market. In fact, the exact opposite. They were staying away from crypto and focusing on the Forex market. Even in the email when they announced the halt, they mentioned unprecedented Forex market volatility and crypto market volatility. Now they are saying that it was isolated to their crypto-based margin accounts. Contradiction here. Anyway, moving on. The Freeway management team has been working around the clock for the past week to preserve diversity and prepare to increase our capital base in order to relaunch the buyback of supercharger simulations as soon as possible. We remain cautiously optimistic that we will not have to realize the loss to which Freeway's corporate funds were exposed by this malfunction. The malfunction has now been corrected and exhaustively tested, and we are hopeful, look at this word, hopeful, that with the skillful trading execution and high secure custody services of our trusted partners, Ardo Prime Brokerage, we will be able to return to the phenomenal profitability Freeway had enjoyed until October 2022. Until Earn and Protect products come out of private beta, new purchases on the Freeway ecosystem will continue to be restricted until further notice. We'll soon have a series of new products available which will be discussed through the Freeway concierge service after each eligible user signs an NDA. Very confusing part to understand and interpret, to be honest here. Concierge and NDA. Wow. These products have been accelerated on the roadmap and provide exciting new opportunities for eligible existing and new Freeway customers. We hope that this activity will ultimately assist the recommencement of supercharger simulation buybacks for all stakers. So to me, it sounds like unless they get new money in, or it's unlikely that superchargers buybacks will be resumed. My interpretation, they need new money to pay the buybacks. Well. As a gesture of our sincere appreciation to all of our valued supercharger simulation stakers, Freeway token value will be set at 0.006 USD within the platform for supercharger simulation rewards calculations unless the price increases above that. Expect that in the coming week. So that's only within their ecosystem so that people don't stay below the 5% threshold to earn the extra 10%. But right now, those are only numbers on the screen until superchargers buyback are restored. They added, saying that their founders and senior management, as well as Freeway's key partners and service providers, are so committed to the medium and long-term success of the Freeway ecosystem that they will be assigning a right to buy back Freeway supercharger simulations to a new independent company as another means of expecting the reintroduction of the buyback of supercharger simulations to all stakers. Again, hard to interpret and know what they actually mean by that. The founders intend to donate additional funds. If this is true, it shows a gesture of goodwill from their own personal resources, other business profits unrelated to Freeway, and or private financing to a new Freeway Future Foundation. Private financing means more money in, new money in, which is how I read it. If they don't get more money, they can't pay people back. It breaks my heart to say that, but that's how Ponzi schemes work. Anyway, back to the letter. You're talking about Freeway Future Foundation, which will provide it with independent funding to buy back supercharger simulations. They finished saying that they will let us know when the foundation is ready to commence its own independent supercharger simulations buyback, and they say that they plan to provide a further update on Friday, the 11th of November. Another interesting thing to notice is that the US users received a very similar letter, though shorter. This paragraph here that I highlighted, where they talk about the issues being related to their crypto-based margin account only, was not sent to the US users. And the same happened for this other paragraph here when they say that they remain cautiously optimistic, etc., etc. That was not mentioned to the US users either. Assuming that they're being honest. Personally, I don't trust anyone anymore, and feel free to criticize me if you want to. But I'm going to make that assumption. They have their best interests and intentions in heart. So I'll try to interpret exactly what the email might have said, and I'll raise new questions, because that's what sucks about these updates. They never answer all questions. In fact, they make us ask more questions. So according to them, the algo malfunctioned in regards to the margin on the crypto portion. If that margin was isolated, this should only apply to about 40% of their assets. The rest should have been in the Forex market. Timeline, okay? The malfunction occurred in October, according to them, which means that it was not a chronic issue, but an acute one measured in weeks. If this is the case, this is encouraging. However, again, it's lacking clarity. They said that the issue is now fixed. So this suggests that the algo is now fixed and is profitable again. Then they talked about the independent foundation to take care of the superchargers buybacks. A lot more details are going to be needed here. They want to, in time, they suggest that they want to move everything to earn and protect, which suggests to me the superchargers are absolutely done for now, because the confidence is lost and very few will ever invest in them again, even if the funds are fully recovered. Then the founders and partners contributing to superchargers buybacks. Personally, this is a good sign, but the magnitude is still unknown and should be released. The words are all sound and encouraging, but guys, actions are worth a lot more than words. And so far, all that we have had have been words. And of course, we have a ton of questions that still need to be answered. So the questions that I have here listed are: what is the magnitude of the loss, as well as what are the estimated low, mid, and best case recovery scenarios? How did the algo actually malfunction? Do we have a timeline for both partial and full recoveries? We need details on the new products and their impact on the existing superchargers. When was the issue first noticed, and how long did it persist for before trading was halted? Were all losses attributed to the algo malfunction, or were there other sources such as swaps, unbacked crypto liabilities, etc.? What is the magnitude of the team's holdings still in supercharger? This is a very important piece of information. Were any of the team's holdings sold or transferred to earn and protect before the halt? Are any third parties being pursued for liability in the algo malfunction? Is anybody being blamed for it? They mentioned that they are diversifying their assets. What are they diversifying their assets into, and why? What are the biggest risks to their current plan to recover the funds? And something very important, the final AMA was on Thursday before the withdrawal was hot. And there was actually a question there from Dr. Cryptos mentioning that his superchargers sell or buyback, whatever you want to call, had already been late for 2 days. So were the issues known during the final AMA on the Thursday before the shit hit the fan? If so, why weren't they discussed there? What are the plans for users who sold their superchargers prior to the halt? That's another very good question. What are the plans for users who sold their superchargers prior to the halt, but who have not been sent the funds? Of course, there are many other questions. But I think those are very valid questions to be asked right now. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. I've had a lot of people talking to me. Some people are more optimistic than others, obviously. I heard a story of someone who had to sell his car, and he said that now he has money to survive until January. I've heard stories of people that were retired and now need to look for work. It's just sad, you know, many years of savings, and we trusted them. We watched the AMAs. I still see many inconsistencies. Probably I'm going to make a video about those inconsistencies as well once I get my head around it. But for 2 weeks, the communications were very vague. We're all about hoping, we're all words without any facts or any proved actions. And again, the team on Telegram created the expectation that that would be a more meaningful announcement coming this Friday. And it probably was the best announcement, okay? In fairness to them for that. But again, it's an announcement based on words, based on hoping. And people were getting agitated. People are anxious. People are agitated. Many people haven't slept properly for 2 weeks. And then by skimming through the Telegram group, I was quite disappointed with the way that the moderator, I'll be specific here, with the way that Olivia chose to approach the issue with jokes, with sarcasm, when people were genuinely concerned. And I said that to her in a group, and I was quite disappointed with the attacks that I received back and the message back, because they could not take that criticism. I still feel the same way. I expect the worst. I expect my money is gone, and I hope for the best. I see many inconsistencies. The best case scenario is if they're telling the truth and they're able to execute a recovery plan. But I cannot be blamed for not trusting them. Absolutely not. And nobody can, you know, so people just need to respect the different opinions. Like, I respect every opinion, and people need to agree to disagree. Up to that point, I feel that I have been very moderate, have been measuring every word that I've been saying. And I'm really not impressed with the attacks I received from many VIP members, simply because I criticized the way that Olivia was dealing with people being anxious about the delayed notice coming this Friday. This notice was supposed to come on Friday, and it came at almost 6 a.m. For people in Europe, it came after midnight. People were watching their phones like hawks. The team, and Olivia specifically in this case, did not show compassion and empathy, in my humble opinion. I've had many chats with Olivia over the past 6-7 months, and I got on very well with her. I was very fond of her. In fact, I was thinking of naming my daughter after her. But the trust was broke at the weekend when they abandoned the social media. Yes, they were told to not say anything, but they could have moderated the groups and not allow Fat Man and other people to do what they wanted with the community, causing and spreading even more fear. So now I can say nothing. I can't have any different opinion, and I'm attacked and I'm accused. I'm here showing my face every week. I've showed my family members' faces. I have absolutely nothing to hide in my life. Olivia is hidden behind a picture on Telegram. Nobody knows who she is. Probably they won't like what I'm saying here, and I might even get banned from all social media channels that they have. But I'll continue coming here and telling everyone how I see things, how I honestly, genuinely feel. Always being very careful about not making unfounded accusations. Always trying to look at the facts. Occasionally saying my opinion if you agree or disagree. But throw a stone at me right now and prove it to me if I have ever made a unfounded accusation in this whole shitty situation. Hang in there, everyone. Focus on our families. Focus on people that love us. This is teaching us lessons to not be over-invested, to not trust everyone. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.